Welcome back to LIVENODING. In this episode, I want to share with you this Cactus Tree Christmas tree that I created using geometry nodes. So it's pretty basic and trivial. I guess this is probably not the prettiest Christmas tree, but still, anything that brings you joy this Christmas. So okay, let me explain what's going on. So we have a bit of control, like any good geometry nodes will have like a parameter to control all the things that's being generated on the fly. Okay, so we have, obviously we have like something instance on the Christmas tree, and then we have this kind of like a wave control that I can repeat. There's actually a way, if I adjust the parameter correctly, it's just gonna be like a cactus Christmas tree. Okay, it's something like this. It's kind of a little bit funny actually, but yeah, I quite like it like this. And then we have, of course, this red and blue things that's kind of, you can just increase the density until it's covering the Christmas tree. Okay, so that's the instance itself. Maybe I should have control to, I should have something to control the size of this instance. Okay, so let me explain what's going on. We have the star, we have the tree, the cactus. Okay, where should we start? Okay, the star is pretty simple. This star is basically a star with some kind of thickness, and the thickness is being controlled over here, so we can't actually have too much. We just need some kind of thickness, and yeah, I think there's nothing much to explain here, except that with the star we can also control the fillet of the star. So I like it round corner like this. There's a control of the scale of the star, but nothing much here. Just a basic extrusion. The cactus itself is probably more interesting. It's another extrusion with a fillet. And this is also apparently just a star that's being extruded, which is interesting, right? So just from the same geometry, stars, we can end up with like a cactusy Christmas tree. The one that's doing the job here is actually the set curve radius here, and then there's a bit of math here that controls the cactus. So let me try to explain, but I think it's quite obvious. So we have like a repeat vector, like for the wave. I think it's a little bit confusing because we already have all the parameters here. But yeah, all the math is here. There's a ping pong and there's a multiplier. And there's this extra additional value. Before I turn it into parameter, it's actually quite easy to understand, easier to understand. So let me go back. So we have this curve, float curve graph that's controlling the radius of the tree. So you can still make adjustment here, but normally you just want to have like this kind of curve because it's like a Christmas tree. And then we have multiplier, and we have another multiplier that's based on this ping pong function. And then we have control of this the number of wave that we can generate. Okay, so let's just get back to this one. As for the decorations, this is actually a GIF collections. So there's like a box cube with a blue material, and then there's also this icosphere. Maybe I should just use like a basic sphere. This one with red material, and I simply scatter it on this cactus Christmas tree. So this is for the instance collections that's being randomized in rotations and also randomized in size. Maybe we should put another control here with the instance scale that we can pipe out. Okay, so now we have control over the instance and the Christmas tree, and then some distribution density. So in the end, if you're making something like this, it's totally up to you how you want to design the geometry and parameter. In the end, the user will probably just have this control and they just want to play with these parameters, and you are the creator of this procedural cactus Christmas tree, but it's the parameter that's actually matters in the end. So I like my cactus to be simple. Yeah, I think simple cactus is better. So with some decorations and control over the scale. So the final result, something like this. You can of course make like the what I forgot, also like maybe scatter some glows and points around the cactus. I think that could make a better looking Christmas tree. So yeah, perhaps like even for the top decorations here, the stars, you can give controls to the user, or maybe you don't give the controls. So there's a lot of different parts that should be like another separate procedural geometry setup. Yeah, but I think overall you got the idea. So there you go. That's a procedural cactus Christmas tree. Hopefully you find this interesting and useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.